Hello, good evening. This is a brief run through on my project. At Techno Hacks. I was instructed to perform an incident response plan. So this is like a brief run through on how I was able to derive this incident response plan. So basically, I did some Google searching, because what is cybersecurity without researching? So I made use of Cisco. So they give it. I read and ran through their website on. I saw like an article on incident response plan for IT. So I decided to do like a brief study on it. So moving to the next tab on how to create a plan. So how to create an incident response plan. So first thing is to determine the critical components of your network. So in order to protect your network and data against major damage, you need to replicate and store your data in a remote location. So because business networks are expansive and complex, you should determine your most crucial data and systems. So you have to determine the part of the network or your data that is very, very important. So you have to safeguard them, prioritize their backup, and note their locations. So very, very important. Step 1. So step 2 is to identify single points of failure in your network and address them. All right. Step 3 is create a workforce continuity plan. So you have to create because in cases of a security breach, you have to have a plan that ensures the continuity of your business. Okay, to ensure that the business does not have or suffer downtime. So the next step is to create an incident response plan. So and which I did. I created an incident response plan. I will be giving you a brief rundown on the incident response plan I created. Then the next step is to train the staffs on incident response. Okay, moving on to my discovery, or rather my incident response plan, which I created. So introduction: what is an incident response plan? It is a structured approach to handling cybersecurity incidents effectively. Okay, an incident response team roles and responsibilities. So what they do is oversee. One is the incident manager. He oversees and coordinates the response effort. Security analyst. Security analysts, they majorly focus on log analysis, identify, access, and analyze the incidents through logs from networks, hosts. All right, and firewalls and co. So IT support, they implement technical solutions and then containment measures. Okay, ensuring that the devices or networks that have been breached are contained, in order for it not to affect other networks or hosts present in the network. So moving on is communications officer, handling internal and external communication. We have the legal and compliance advisor, forensic specialist. Okay, incident response steps. Number 1 is the identification. So we have to monitor the security alerts from the intrusion detection system. So this is where the security analyst comes in, the SOC. So what they do is they make use of IDS and SIM tools, and they perform log analysis, recognizing incidents of compromise or indicators of compromise rather, such as unusual traffic patterns, unauthorized access, or data exfiltration. So the next step is to perform containment. So you have to contain, action, isolate. So this deals with the isolation of affected systems or accounts, revoking compromised credentials. So what you do is you limit those accounts that have been compromised. So you have to determine whether it is a short-term, a quick fix, or long-term permanent mitigation. Containment, You have to determine if it is a short term, something you can just quickly fix, or long term, like cut it short permanently. So next step is eradication. We have to remove the malicious software, unauthorized access point, or compromised credentials. Then apply security patches and updates to the affected systems. Then next is to conduct a root cause analysis to prevent recurrence. Yeah, so the next is recovery. So in this recovery, this deals with backup, so restore affected systems and services from backups. Then the next is to monitor the network from the logs and SIM and the IDS, IPS. So monitor the networks and systems to ensure the threat has been eliminated. So next thing is to validate the business operations resume securely. So at the end of the day, the implementation of cybersecurity is to ensure the continuity of businesses. So on the recovery part, you have to ensure that the business operations resume securely. Then for step 5, so the team and the staffs will have to perform what is called lesson learned and post incident analysis. So you have to conduct a debrief with the incident response team, number 1. Then document findings, then the actions taken and improvements needed. Then you have to update security policies, procedures, and response plan accordingly. And the next is communication plan. So we have to have a communication plan. That's for the people in the communication department. So you have to have a communication plan for the internal and the external, and also public disclosure. Okay. Then incidents documentation and reporting. We have to maintain an incidents log detailing the date and time of detection, nature of the incident, actions taken, individuals involved, resolution status. And next is to generate post incident report for continuous improvement. Then the next is testing and training. So we have to conduct regular incident response drills and tabletop exercises for the team. Update team members on emerging threats and best practices. The next is to review and refine the incident response plan periodically. Alright. And in conclusion, a proactive and structured incident response plan is essential to mitigating cybersecurity risk effectively. So the continuous improvement, alright, that's staff training and timely response measures help organizations enhance their security posture and resilience against cyber threats. Thank you. So that's like a brief run through on the brief on the incident response plan which I carried out. Hope this was helpful.